Hello, 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 hello. I am Rex Red and I am back with another EZ3DTV tutorial today. We have an excellent connection and today I'm just going to be working with some trees and I thought, well, why not do this with my friends online? So that is what we're going to do. We're going to turn down this intro music and we're gonna get right into it. You know, it's like why waste people's time? All right, so what I got is a tree here, and what we really want to do is I want to make a tree line, okay? And trees can be pretty detailed sometimes. This tree has snow on it, okay? So if we just go into Iray, you can see what it looks like with snow on it, okay? So, so what we're going to do here is we are going to, I'm going to copy it. Now, the thing is that when you make a tree line, you don't want every tree looking exactly the same. So you have to rotate them and size them and everything. But the problem is if you rotate one, you throw it off the axis. And I'll show you what that means is that if I, see, if I move this tree over this way, it goes on a straight line. But if I rotate it just a little bit, oops, I guess that was the wrong way, this way, like rotate it this way. Then when I go to move it, it doesn't move on a straight line. See, it moves at an angle. Control Z. And you see, I want all my trees to kind of be in a row. I don't want to have to fuss with moving them at two angles to just get them to go in line. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get this centered here. And I'm going to pull this like that. Front. Okay, so that our front is pretty close to centered. Let's create a camera. New camera. Put the camera right front and center. Welcome, welcome. So we're going to move this tree over. I wish I could talk to you guys about the new programs that I have coming, but I can't. Okay, so but this has something to do with one of them. So all right, so we're going to go back to the camera view. We're going to bring the camera, we're going to select the camera. And I'm thinking about what I kind of want. I want these trees to follow along the horizon about halfway up. But then I want them to, okay, so then, and then we're going to have a beautiful HDRI sky behind them, okay? So, but what I've got to do is get them. Now I want the ones on the end to be kind of tall, to kind of frame in the scene. So they're a little family of trees, kind of like nieces and nephews and uncles and aunts and Grammy and Grandpa, all of them. So I'm going to scale this one. I think this is good right here, okay? So what I'm going to do now is now I'm going to try and create all of the trees that I need. So I'm going to go duplicate, and I know I can just do this with nodes, edit, duplicate, nodes, edit. So I'm going to create a whole bunch of these trees. Edit, duplicate, edit, duplicate, edit, duplicate, nodes, duplicate nodes. Now you can use different trees if you want. You don't have to use the same tree like I'm going to do here. Okay, edit, duplicate nodes, edit. So I'd probably need about 15 or 20 trees. I'll look and see in a moment. Maybe, yeah, like 10 across and 10 in the back. Okay, so duplicate nodes, edit. let's just keep going until we'll run out when we run out. Edit, duplicate nodes. Edit. Now you could create instances, okay? And I might have to go back and redo this if I can't render it, okay? But I'm quite sure I'll be able to render this with just 10 trees, okay? Now edit, duplicate nodes. Edit, duplicate nodes. Edit. Let's see how many we have now. There's 23. Okay, that's okay. Let's do a few more. Let's do 30. Duplicate nodes. Edit, duplicate nodes. How many have we got now? 28. Duplicate nodes. Duplicate nodes. Okay, so that makes 30 trees. I think it does. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this out a little bit, and then I'm going to just start placing them into the scene. Okay, so this one's going to go over here. And I want this to kind of be even. So, okay, so which tree was that? Number 5. Okay, so let's move one over here. Okay, all right, let's go to tree 1. X translate. Tree 2. X translate. Tree 3. Put that one in the middle. So we're going to put 2 in between. 1. Oops, that's that one. Okay, this one, that's going to be a kind of a mess because I always have to keep going back to get that one. But all right, alrighty then. Okay, now we're going to move Z. How much Z? We're going to go back. This one's going to go back. Minus. Let's look at it from the top. Minus. Like that and like this. Okay, so that's minus 1. Let's go 160. All right, minus not 1,000, 160. All right, and then we do this one. Minus, that would be Z minus. Okay, and this one goes over like this. All right, this one minus. All right, and over that. All right, Z minus 160. I know I could have just duplicated these while they were back there, but it's only 10 trees or so. And see how they're coming across perfectly? So Z 160 minus. All right, this one goes over here. And this one right here. Minus. All right, and this one goes here. Okay, now let's see what my camera looks like. Well, that is my camera, okay? Okay, these kind of look like what I want, but not really, but sort of, kind of, maybe. All right, so that means I have a bunch of trees left here that I don't need. Get rid of them until I delete the last one, then I'll undo that. Okay. Okay, Z, undo that. All right. So this is our tree line here. Okay. Now these trees in the back, not too many. Now, trees in the front, I want to resize them and rotate them. So I'm going to scale them first. So the ones in the front, can't really tell which one that, okay, scale that down a little bit. Not this, all the same. Okay, scale. This one. Scale this one. Scale that one a little bit. Let's see what that looks like from the front. It looks a little more natural. Now these ones in the back, I want to scale them quite a bit. Makes them kind of seem like they're far away. All right. Scale. 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 And scale. All right, let's see what they look like from the front here. Now, this looks pretty cool. Now, what I'm thinking is to go straight on like this. Move my camera up so I get the tree line like this. Now these trees, now that they're in their place, kind of, I'm going to start just rotating them randomly on the y-axis so they look different. Y. This one. Y rotate. Y rotate. Then they don't all look the same, okay? Fel Sanchez, welcome, welcome. Using Daz 6 already. My thoughts about Daz 6 is it's excellent. It's really well done. It doesn't seem buggy to me. I'm really liking Daz 6, and I of course have to render with a 5090 because it doesn't work with my 4090. So at this point, it's not too bad a deal. So, all right, now these trees are starting to look pretty cool here. So what I need now is I need some kind of ground, all right? So we're going to get, let's go into EZFinder and find some ground. We'll go here, here, and type ground. Ground. All right, here we go. Oops, that's land. If we need land, we got it there. All right, ground. Yeah, the only thing is I asked AI about this. I said, should the shouldn't when is Daz going to put out these excuse me, these when are they going to fix the old scripts so they work with the new version of Daz? And the AI told me that they can't do it until Daz is complete, until Daz 6 is out of beta, until it's completely solid, like kind of the way it's gonna be. Then then the AI said that it will like radically, just very quickly, all of these programs will start getting converted over. But none of them will get converted over, except for a very few, until the Daz 6 is actually kind of solidified in stone. And that is what the AI told me. So inject to Daz. Let's try this. All right, so we're gonna put this in here. All right, it's kind of small, but you know what I could do is I could make a few of these. So we'll take this, all right? We're gonna do the same thing. Move this over here, move it down a little bit. Okay. And then we'll get edit, duplicate. So that's really kind of my only real peeve right now, is that there, okay, and we'll rotate them after we get them duplicated. Edit, duplicate, is the fact that there's no scripts. Edit, duplicate. All right, so we need this duplicato. So there it is. And now we can rotate these. Okay, so we'll Y rotate this. Just rotate them a little bit so that they Y rotate a little bit there so they don't look exactly the same. Y rotate. You know, you may not notice it, but your eye will notice it. Just unconsciously say, you know, the grass, that it all looks kind of too even. So this gives us our tree line. So we kind of should probably go like this. And also what it gives me is an invisible background. Okay, so I don't have to take this into Photoshop and cut it out, you know, you see, I can just render this and the background, and it will be, and save it as a PNG. And I have something that could theoretically become even a silhouette, all right? So this is what this is about. Now I think I'm going to make one of these trees on this tree a little bit taller than the other ones. Why? Scale. That's kind of the papa tree. All right, just so that things are not completely perfect. This one's going to be kind of a little shorter. Scale. Like quite a bit shorter. And this one will be kind of almost as tall as that one. There, that gives it a little bit more kind of like, it's not like tall, short, tall, short, tall, short. So yeah, this is how you do it. So all right, so we're looking at this square. Lighting, all of these things. Tone mapper. What happens if we bring the saturation up? We're not even Z. We're not even in Iray. Let's see what Iray looks like. Oh no! I was going to say, where are my trees? All right, so it kind of, something looks wrong, but it's just because the ground is here, but it's not the way it's going to render. I don't believe. Yeah, it's not, because it's going to render with an invisible background. So let's see what happens when we bring this saturation up a little bit. That's a lot. Okay, so all right, let's leave it there and see what a render looks like. Now we're going to render this pretty large. Yep, that's a huge deal for me, at least on my workflow. Yeah, yes, it is. And see, so that's I had to go out and buy another computer, and the other computer has my 4090 in it. This one has my 5090 in it, but it's still kind of a mess because I will make something on this computer and I'll start working in Daz 4.24, and then when I go to render it, it's like, oh no, I have to take and save this file, move it over to my other computer, and sometimes, like with Ultra Scenery, it's really hard to move all those folders and everything so that the same Ultra Scenery will work on the other computer. So it's a lot of work. It's a mess. So a total absolute mess. But now the thing is that I could make this into a silhouette immediately by going here. How do we do that? We go here to is it exposure? That's one way. Yeah, there we go. Now we have a silhouette. And this is really cool because when we go to render this, let's go to render settings. See these trees all as a silhouette? They all kind of look the same now, and this is what's kind of bugging me now. I should have used different trees. So let's go Y rotate. Let's see if I can just kind of get them to not look as much alike. It's like no matter how I twist them, they all have this same kind of two thing thing at the top. Okay. Let's go here and fir tree will clear this. Search for fir tree. Especially, Daz is such as a great, especially software, especially for newcomers to the 3D world, but those quirks might kill it. Well, I think the new people don't know any better, so they're not gonna really know the difference. And the thing is that they're going to they're going to end up landing on the version of Daz that works for them. So if it's 4.24, they're going to work there. I have noticed that the Daz Essentials is it's the Genesis 9 Essentials. They're up in the top 50 most popular items. So many new people are coming that it's unbelievable because, all of us, regulars in the Daz store, we all have we bought the Genesis 9 Essentials like almost 2 years ago, but it's still in the top 50 items for sale in the Daz store. So people are buying this. People are coming to Daz Studio a lot more faster than they used to. It's like a lot faster. And I'm not sure what's reaching them and how they're getting here and what's causing this, but they are. So I'm just going to go like this, inject. And if we're going to use, this just doesn't look good to me at all. So we're going to, I'm going to just delete a bunch of them. We'll keep one or two, and we're going to find as many fir trees as we can find. We'll keep that one. All right, the grass at least looks okay. So we're going to insert this one. All right, now that looks different than that one. Okay, so we're going to move, we have fir tree, snow, okay. So we're going to move this one over here. And we're going to scale it down. As long as they look different, that's all that matters, kind of. All right, so we're going to find as many of these different kinds of trees as we can. So do it the right way, all right, because it just doesn't look good. Grass you can get away with, but these you can't. You have to have. So yeah, I am currently using version 6 right now. The reason I'm not using Ultra Scenery right now. Did I just move that one? Yeah, Z. Okay, I need to move this tree over here. Okay, and scale it down. All right, we'll move it over this way. All right, and we go back in here. These all look like they're different trees inject. Maybe they have resized the same tree and I'm going to end up with a mess. These look like the tall ones, so we'll go here. Now, the thing is, I've got a trick up my sleeve, okay? So I know so much about Daz Studio you wouldn't believe. All right, so we're going to do some fun tree stuff today. So did I insert that one already? Yeah, I did. So we're going to go here down to this tree, and we'll scale this one. We can leave that one right in the middle. And now they're starting to look right. I don't have to rotate them either. All right, so, okay. Now, all right, we're going to go and now these other trees. Okay, we just go with tree first and see what tree count gives us. Okay, and I'm not finding my trees because my trees I have in another thing. And now I don't know which one because these didn't get. I think tree is the first one, then plants. Okay, so let's try this tree. Now clear this, search. This should find a whole bunch of trees. All right, these are trees. Okay, so we just got to look for some pine trees, some fir trees. All right. 61. Okay. Let's try for just typing in fir. I think what I'm going to do is a tree maker. I have a tree maker. Okay, these are a few more fir trees than what we had. And these are a bunch of them now. Okay, so we'll start with this one. Make sure they're not, that they're Iray Pacific. All right, these will work. So we go here and bring this in. Okay, skip. All right, this happens because I have this thing in another, darn, okay, scale it down. Okay, I don't think it has any textures. So yeah, because I have it in another, so I'm going to try using the tree maker, okay, because I can make as many trees as I need to. Let's go to the script. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Ultra Tree, I think it is. Yeah, all right, so let's go to Ultra Tree. Let's find it in here and here so I don't have to look around. We'll go to DSX, Ultra. Let's look up Ultra. Okay, and search. I'll clear this. Search for Ultra. Yeah, the newcomers, I don't think that they really know. Now, this is a new feature. You guys don't have this yet, but you can hold the control key and make these larger now. All right, so there's 5 pages of Ultra. And one of these is an Ultra Tree Maker, I'm quite sure. If not, I'll have to find it a different way. I think it's got the word Ultra in it. It is hot out today. I got the fan on, but it's not blowing too much. Okay. Ultra. Okay, 5. All right. So I think if I do a search here for in products for tree, I think I'll find it. Okay, we have to clear this. Search for tree. Okay. And there's 9 pages. That's not too bad. Tree. Okay, this hybrid. Okay, Iray. Okay, that's not it. It's been a while since I've used it. Animated hybrid tree is not it. Okay. Let's see. Environments. Tree maker. Let's search for tree in this. No. Other. Okay, let's go and turn these back on here and search for tree. Okay, there's 9 pages. It should be here. Okay, it could be under maybe this DSA2. Let's try these search. Could be a script like kind of thing. Oh. Okay. Oh, I know what it's in this. It's in one of these DSX here. It's one of here because, see, I had to split my library up because somebody came on and complained that I didn't split my library up and show them how to do multiple. So I split up my libraries and I have like 13,000 items. So it kind of just totally messed up my library. So, but I made a video for somebody that so they didn't kind of have to guess at certain things. So, and and on one end I have like people telling me that I need to make my videos shorter, and on the other end I have people telling me I didn't go into depth enough. So what do you do? It's in here somewhere. This looks kind of like this. The program looks kind of like that. 9. It's going to be on the last page. It's not this. I don't think it is. All right, let me see. I'm quite sure I know where it lives in Daz. Kind of maybe. It's in the scripts. Not scripts. It's in utilities. Let's look for tree. Tree. Ultra realistic. Ultra trees. Why didn't this find that? Let's find this here. Well, I guess it'll just open here. Oh, because I've got my library all messed up because I tried to help somebody here. So, Ultra Tree Creator. Cancel. half of the viewers, your video is too long. Make it shorter. Yeah, that's exactly what I have. You know, it's like that's what I have to deal with. And and the thing is that, it's not a big problem, It's just I'm such a kind of, you know, happy guy that, it's not the end of the world. It's not the worst thing that could happen in somebody's life, is to have irate people just kind of taking it out on you. It happens. So now you see something's wrong here. So Ultra Tree Creator, it wants me to cancel, wants me to close the scene. Uh, See, all of these are missing. They're just completely missing because their stuff is in the tree thing. So, and the only way to fix it is to undo my tree thing. So I can go in here, and what I have to do is go to here, Advanced Settings, Installation. Maybe they'll like this, that I have to go in and show them how to do this. So you go to Trees and you select Trees, okay? See how many libraries I made up just for them? Okay, trees. Now I do a search for trees. All right, and we're going to select all of these and uninstall them. 95 trees. No, not trees. Yes, trees with an S. Okay, so because I didn't want all of my trees in there. So uninstall the trees. I did the same thing with plants. So and I'm going to get this done, and there's going to be a reason why I have to have these. It's good to have these because they help me test, because I'm putting out this EZFinder program, which is supposed to allow people to be able to scan multiple libraries. Well, I kind of have to have something to test this stuff with. So, yeah, kind of important. All right, ready? So now we go here to the product list. Just kind of look and see what's here. Oh, these would just be those trees, okay? So now I have to go back here to Advanced Installation and set this to Main Library, Accept, and now install these back into. See, I mean, it's so as you can see, it's not like the worst thing in the world to just undo this. If you can remember how you did it, that's the worst part, is having to remember how you did it. So that's because I remembered I didn't do it with tree. I did it with trees, because if you put an S on there, there'll be fewer. If you just go tree, it will find everything with tree. So, but if you go trees, then it has to have that S. And so it only did a small amount of trees. But what it did was it broke up my tree library. See, I don't know how, people break up their libraries. There are ways to do it. And I think they're like common knowledge for people who break up their libraries, that there are certain categories you can do and search for, and if you move all those items to another location, there won't be any problems. So, but I go to install a scene and it can't find the bureaus, it can't find the lamps, it can't find, you know what I'm saying? So I just went out, and these won't install anyway because those are brushes. They go into Photoshop. So I just do, I just bit the bullet and bought an $800 8 terabyte hard drive. So that kind of works for me. I'm good at breaking my libraries. This makes me good at fixing it too. Well, yeah, the thing is that a lot of people don't have that option to go out and buy an $800. Yes, it was, well, it was actually, it was like 650 or something, because I got this really good deal on an 8 terabyte M.2 drive. And so, yeah, the eight terabytes. And so I had to, um, yeah, so I had to buy two of them. Okay, so because one of them for my main computer and with the 4090, and one for my other computer with the 5090, so that I could put my whole entire Daz library in one place and have it extremely fast. That's why these are installing pretty fast, is because they're going onto a very fast M.2 drive, and this is on my main machine. So, okay, so we only have, let's see, how many are left? 64, 32. And then I should have my trees back. If I look down through here, there's the Ultra Tree Realistic System. See? It was on that other drive. It just couldn't find its stuff. So, yeah, it's right here. Ultra Trees. I knew it had Ultra in it. See, I was pretty good with that. I remembered the name, Ultra Trees, and I went looking for trees, and it wasn't there because it was installed on the other drive. So, yeah, I think, some people move their documents and videos. Some people move their HDRIs. You can't, it's really hard to find all the HDRIs to move them, but they are pretty big files. So I am having some water in a coffee cup. Okay, 4 left. And look at this. Ultra Trees is the second to last one. And then there's Treescape Backdrops, which is probably, I could have just used that instead of having to make my own treescape, but that's not any fun. Okay, so I think I have to save this, so we're going to go File, Save As, Scene. We're going to call this Tree Line. Silhouette, Silhouette, Silhouette. All right, and then we're going to close this down and let then my Daz recalculate its. There they are. Okay, they came back, but all right. Now it's working, and now I should be able to find it here. Okay, this I think is my tree library. I'm going to delete this. Go bye. Okay, here. Delete, scan. Let's see what's left in there. Stuff. Nothing. Oh, there is no. Oh, these are over here. Okay, so unselect all. All right, double click this. Please save. There's nothing. There's cameras and stuff. I don't know. See, this is why I didn't want to do this. Okay, maybe there's something here on. Yeah, this is on. And that is on. Okay. Now these are all unselected. Now let's try this stuff and see what's here. There's 15 compartments, but there shouldn't be anything in these. 105 pages of cameras of stuff that got left. So Des may not have. All right, so I'm just going to delete this anyway, though. delete. All right, maybe it's this one. Okay, maybe this is my tree one. One of these is tree. Duff. These will be plants. Yeah, these are not trees. These are plants. Plants, yeah, see, plants. So, and then this one here is what? Duff. Okay, let's undo this. Now, I got to make sure that there's not something still checked here. Okay, clear this. And we go here. Delete that tree word. And these are cleared, that's cleared. And when I go duff, there's still stuff in here. All right, well, we uninstalled all the trees. So what we're going to do is just delete this, delete the scan data for all compartments. Okay, that worked. Okay, so I have to reinstall plants back on the other one first. What's nice is it found the products and it installed it from the zips. It didn't install it from like what was in there. So now we can go and click on this DSX. No, DSX, and we should find Ultra Tree. Search Ultra Tree, and that was all one word. No items found. Let's try Duff and DSA, DSF. Let's try these. It might be under 2 words. Okay, it probably is Ultra Tree. There it is. And why? That's Ultra Scenery. Okay, oh, I don't know that. Okay, I think I have to do this fast append. You guys don't have fast append yet, but if you do it like this, because they're not going to just appear in there in that other library. They do in Daz, but they have to be appended back. It has to read and find the new things in there. And this this fast append is you're going to get to see how quick it is, because fast append is new in the new update and it will be released soon for you all. And this is, it takes about a minute to scan your entire Daz the install manager. It has a different path than the other one, where the regular scan scans your entire library. See, now it says it goes fast append scanning, and so it's scanning the Daz manifest to find the products that you've just purchased. So it's a really quick way of getting everything into your library very quickly. It doesn't work with like Renderosity stuff. If you want to scan them and have them show up in Daz, in not Daz, in EZFinder, you have to do a full scan or do a an import external scan. But the okay, here it goes. So it will find all of those files and bring them back into the fold. All right, just a moment. One more kind of chunk it's got to do here. There it is. Scan complete. Now let's see if we have this. Ultra Tree search. No items found. Clear this. Oh, maybe it's that one. It's one word. Okay. It's oh, this DSX. It's a DSX, not. All right, search. Maybe it's 2 words. What? All right, turn this all on. Everything. It's somewhere here. Here it is. Ultra Tree Creator. All right, it's the principle of it. Okay, here it is. And this is going to make our fir trees. It's going to make every kind of tree we need. Okay. All right, I think. Where's the script? All right. Let's try this. Okay. This is it. Injected as. Now we have to open this back up. It's made it into, and it looks like everything's here except that DSX file. All right, file, open recent, tree line, silhouette. Would you like to save changes? No. All right. Now let's inject this and see what happens. This should open Ultra Tree. Okay, I think what I have to do is inject one of these trees first. Like this one. Okay, inject. All right, it needs a tree to kind of work on, I think. There it is. There's our spruce tree. Now we go here. Go back here. Inject. And with that selected, oh, guess what's wrong? I'm in, I am in version 6, and this script doesn't work in version 6. Let's just do a search, see if it even shows up. It will, because it has trees in it. Try one word, ultra tree. Oh, here it is. It was down near the bottom. It found everything with tree in it. So, like 60 million things. This is why this is hard. Okay, ultra trees, realistic tree system, utilities, ultra tree. Select node, not a tree. This is a node. Okay, maybe there's a node thing. I've forgotten how to use this. That's the thing. And I'm probably going to find out it doesn't work in ultra in here. See, matte, those are mattes. Okay, so it's not that. Let's inject this and see if this is a DSE. All right, I don't think it works in this program, so we're going to go File, just Save. Angus, welcome, friend. Welcome, welcome. Lovely to have you here. I hope you are having a lovely day in the hinterlands. I do. We are building a tree line, and I'm finding every single obstacle available to prevent me from doing this. Okay, now that is the wrong program too. All right, that is another version of version 6. So what I'm going to end up here is a very slow computer render. What I could do is use my other computer, which actually has all of my stuff in one library. It's on a 4090, and I can run scripts. Maybe that is what I should do. Yeah, probably. So what we'll do is switch over. How is life treating you today, Angus friend? Okay, we're gonna switch like, how do we do this? Like this, and this. And then what I do is I come here and we'll go View. And then we go down here. Now we're on a different computer. And we're going to open this. My tree line isn't here. We'll just use the Ultra trees, okay? So let's see if Ultra Tree is here. Another day of tornado watch. Oh no, we got your storms last night. They were very nice. It was just a bunch of thunder. The fire trucks got called out a few times. I don't know what that was for, but so Ultra, and it rained really hard. So, okay, showing items. Is there an Ultra tree here? Ultra. We look for Ultra. Now, once we have the Ultra here, we'll go tree and see if we can find tree in this collection. All right, that's because it's in a DSX file, I believe. Tree, search. Now there's 8 pages. Somewhere in here is Ultra Tree. Where are ya? Last time I looked past it because it had like a different image for it. All right, that's not it. Nature. Okay, this is iReal. That's that real tree thing. Tell me there's not another reason why this is not going to show here. Here it is. Ultra trees. Okay, and these are the actual trees, I think. I mean, that's okay, but this is the program. Let's do it this way. Yeah, okay, so now we need a fir tree. So yeah, I don't think that would be too fun with all of those tornado watches. Okay, so not fun at all. So we go here and we inject this. All right, now what happens, we select this node, and then we go here to our program itself. Where are you? All right, let's go back. This is Ultra Trees. Let's try this. All right, 1 of 3. What? See, there were more pages of trees there. So this program had that same issue where I put my library on the other thing. Let's just do it in Daz here. Ultra smart content. There's no, everything's now crunched in. All right. Ultra. Now it's going to find everything with tree in it and everything with ultra in it. Utilities. Let's try it in here. Ultra tree. There it is. Ultra trees. Okay, utilities. Ultra tree creator. Select node, not a tree. Okay, let's not select a tree and let's try that. Okay, I have a tree selected. That was what I was doing wrong in before. I guess you don't select anything. Okay, so we open this up and then we choose our tree. Okay. Another day of tornado. This doesn't sound fun. Okay, so we are looking for the tree type, which is going to be fir. These call them spruce. I guess I call them fir, but okay. So we select the tree and then we go here to spruce bark. And then we go tree foliage. Okay, we want spruce foliage. Here we go. Advanced. Density, size, variation. Okay, we're going to go with 50%. And then we're going to go with branchlet rotation. We're just going to rotate them around a little bit. Droop. A little bit of droop on this one. And a random seed. And we'll try this one. Build tree. Okay, now I don't think this will show me. It does show. Okay. So there's one. Now, I have to put my figure in the scene. Put a figure in the scene. So we'll go here. At least this will work today for me. Quick scene. I want to put the figure in the scene so I know how big of a tree I'm making. Okay, so here we go like this. And insert this guy. Because I'm going to make the tree if it's too big. Well, yeah, actually, a good fir tree is at least 2 or 3, 4 times the height of a person. I'm thinking of these little kind of young trees that where did you go? It hasn't come in yet. So I'm using a different camera today. I'm using my Lessix. Well, it was actually $500, which isn't too cheap, but this Osmo camera, and I think it looks better than my Sony actually, but it's kind of made okay. All right, this is okay. This tree is actually very, very, very huge. I think it's like taller than I want it to be. So we take the tree out. We go back to this. Now I have to scroll down here again. It shows me. Okay, spruce. All right, height 27 feet. All right, this one is, all right, I see. So this is 3 feet, 31 feet, 12, 44, 10 feet. All right, this is more like what we want. Maybe the 15 foot. All right, that's what we want. And then we select the bark. We want this spruce bark. We want the spruce foliage. All right, we'll try that one. And then we go here to advanced, and we're just going to change the seed and variation. Oh, size variation. We don't want to bring that too much. Scale, branchlet rotation variation. Okay, build tree. Let's see if this is too much. We need a purdy tree. All right, now it's putting the needles on. That works. Now, there's our first tree in the tree line. Now, see, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do like 50 trees here. So now we can use this. Now that we know what's wrong here, we can go ultra tree. See if we can find it. Let's try it in the duffs. Search. Let's just do it like this. Clear, search, ultra tree. Ultra scenery. It's got, oh, this is it, I think. Why does this have these weird? No, this is not it. Oh, this only has one compartment. Okay, because it might be under one, as one word. Here it is one. Okay, there's the bark. It's not showing the. This is more. Okay, that's page, this 6 pages here. This is it. Just clicking the wrong thing. I think this is the Ultra 3 Creator. Yeah. So we inject this to Daz, and now whenever I need this, now I can close this down here maybe. And as long as I don't have the tree selected, yep, I can do this like this now. All right, things are working right. So we're going to go back to this tree, which was 10 feet. We're going to go here. There's kind of too many branches here, so let's go here. Spruce, select foliage. Got to have the tree spruce, okay. And then we go here. Rotation variation. Branchlet scale, let's bring this down. Branchlet density. Random seed. You don't need that many branches. See, so I don't know if this is going to work because that works. You see, I can always resize it as long as they, and see, this is probably the best tree because this tree is too much and it's going to, I need to have trees that are not, okay, we can open this back up. I have to make sure nothing's selected. Now open this back. All right. And there's this one, 10 feet. That's good. Select the bark. We got to have some bark. Spruce bark. And some of these. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring the branchlet density down. And we're going to rotate variation and change a different seed. And build the tree. Build the tree. All right. Zolta tree 2. So we are working at this. I wish I could talk with you guys about the new programs I have coming out. You would not believe it. Now this one's got different kind of foliage. I think I can open this back up and edit this and go select bark, not bark, the foliage. We'll use the same foliage because I'm afraid rebuild tree. If I don't use the same foliage, it may not, like that one tree is going to just stick right out. Okay. Say we're going to try to do 12 trees. No, 6. Okay, that looks kind of okay. We're going to put one of these over here. We'll see how many we need. All right. Okay, he's in the middle, so let's put him in the middle. Move this tree over. Move this tree over this way. X translate. All right, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trees. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll try 7 trees, and then we're going to put some trees in back. So probably another 7 or 6 trees in the back in between. All right, so and now I have to find the ground too, but we're going to just do it like this now. So we bring this again. It's all ready for us. We grab our little 10-foot tree, select the bark, and then we select the foliage, which is going to be that top one, this one, and then we're going to, again, rotate the branches. We're going to lower the amount of branches because we may not be able to fit all this and change the seed and build the tree. Now that didn't take very long to grow a whole tree. So yeah. So some times it takes a lifetime, but not here. We can do it in a few minutes. I bet that's it, G. All right, here's number 2. See, they look different now, kind of. Yeah, they look different. All right, so at least they they look, they don't look like they've been just rotated. All right, so we're gonna, okay, we have to, that will, if you open it while the tree is selected, it will edit the tree. If you unselect it, you're creating a new tree. So we're gonna go here, select the bark again, there. The bark is so far away, I don't think it would make much difference if you just selected any bark, but so, but this, and then we're gonna go branchlet droop. Let's add some droop to this one. And okay, rotation, and we're gonna do the density quite a bit down. And size variation, branchlet scale, no. And the random seed. All right, density quite a few. This one's kind of scraggly. The winter took its toll on this one. So they all should be around. I'm going to change their height. I don't have to rotate them. That's kind of nice. It would be nice to kind of stagger them a little bit. Okay, so this one, let's see what it looks with a few less branches. It doesn't look like it has fewer. Okay, let's save this. File save as. Spruce. Tree line. All right. Here we go. Now, you guys are going to see this as a promo image for one of my products that's coming up. So keep an eye out for it. This is like the most I can share with you is that I'm making a promo image. Okay. All right, so we go here and I am using Claude Code. I use Claude Code exclusively. Yep. And it's pretty, it works pretty good. I'm pretty illiterate when it comes to code, but I know so much about Daz and I know a lot about programs because I use the most complex programs. I have been using them since they first came out. So I know how to develop programs. So I'm a Claude Code kind of person. And but it's massive amount of time, a massive amount of time. Yesterday was like all day until 3-4 o'clock in the morning, all morning, all night until it was done. Yeah, I use Claude Code Max, which is quite expensive also. Branchlet droop. Okay, now we're going to do the rotation variation. We're going to go here. They don't have a size thing, which is kind of weird. So, all right, build tree. Branchlet size variation. That's the size variation. Would you suggest getting the premium, or is the lower tier okay for what? No, I have to. Even the premium isn't enough. You have to go all the way to max, and that's $200 a month. But you have to go with max because you can't. Because it takes just every day, all day, and all night, every day for like a year, and you just can't run out. You can't run out of tokens, and if you buy the max, you can work steady without having to stop. You can just go straight and never run out of tokens for the whole month. At least if you're doing just kind of regular, like work, if you're doing something like trying to figure out the how many decimals are in pi or something like that. Yeah, well, you know, you'll never have enough tokens, but if you're just trying to develop programs, you'll do fine with the but you have to have max. You have to, because you'll run out, and then you say, oh, I'll just take 3 days off until my subscription rolls over again for the week. You can't do that. You just cannot. You have to, these, even though they're the same, they look like they have the same darn branch on the top. So, all right, but I'll rotate them too. But this, I'm not too thrilled. They all look like they have that same little crossed branch on the top. At least some of them do. Yeah. So it's a yeah, you have to have steady you have to have steady tokens, or else you won't get your work done. And you gotta be able to work. You gotta be able to continuously work steady until, oh, I just did something there. I didn't do the rotation and all that other stuff. So see, these two look like they have the exact, they look like they're almost, they're not really. It's that one top branch. So yeah, yeah, it has to be the full. Now we got this one straight up. I'm gonna delete this tree and we'll try again here. I have to have these things. Thank you for the emojis. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna go here, and now we go down 7. Okay, we've got to. So you will not believe what I have coming. So it's not only that, it's like I know what people are missing in Daz. And that's the thing, is you will not believe what I have coming. The cat's already out of the bag on one of them. I just did it again. I'm making I have a VDB maker. That one's about to get released. WallWizard, you guys just saw WallWizard. WallWizard was just kind of, it's like, I need walls, okay? And so that was just what I did with WallWizard. So I have to have walls. Okay, we're gonna try this again. And so I figured, okay, well, now I've got walls. Maybe I'll share these walls with everyone else. So they have walls too. And so I knew it was just kind of like a niche kind of program where branchlet size variation. We'll just give it a little bit of variation here. Branchlet scale, we'll bring them down a little bit here. Rotation variation and random seed. There we go. We set that one right. Is you have to have oh, thank you for the hearts. Thank you. So yeah, so VDB maker, but this isn't just going to make like clouds. You will not believe when you see this. You will just not believe it. Now this one's kind of sparse, but that's okay. And now I got one more tree in the main row. I think. And yeah. So all right, so now we got one more tree to go in the main row. So that's the branch density. Okay, I just started this one. I have to click off of this. And yeah. So now we go here, and we go here, down here. We grab the spruce tree, and then we go here and build a tree. Oh, we can't do that without doing this. Now we're going to do density here. Branchlet scale, we'll move that a little bit. Branchlet rotation variation, branchlet droop, and this, okay? All right, let's see. We got another tree coming. And then I'm going to make another row in behind. I could take these trees and put them in behind and then rotate them, just duplicate the whole row. We'll see, because I may not be able to render as many trees as I want now. How in the heck did that end up so big? All right, the Genesis 9 figure, let's hide him and see if it still looks so big. Yeah, I did something wrong with that one. That's just way too much tree. So we got to try that again. Yeah, so the now select bark. Let's try this again. I really appreciate the love, people. It's very nice. Okay, we need some of these. And then we're going to go branch density. We're going to bring this density down, not that far. Branch size variation. Okay, we're not going to bring that up. And the branch rotation variation. Branch droop, we'll droop them a little bit. And we change the seed. See how this works. Okay, we've had 15 views. We got 3 viewers. Thank you for viewing and hanging out. So, yeah, then the next one that's coming, you're going to just kind of really freak. Because like the VDBs, being able to make your own VDBs and just boom, they're in Daz. And you won't believe what I was able to accomplish with that. So now, all right, so we're going to save this. That tree looks okay. It's this top little thing that just kind of on every one of them. I'm going to come in and just snip it off. Okay, so now we have our first row. What I'm going to do is take this row. All right, what we're going to do first is now we're going to resize them. Scale this down a little bit, like he's going to be kind of smaller. This guy is going to be, all right, these ones are going to be smaller. Okay, this guy. Why can't I select you? These may be too much. And then this guy, scale him down. And the ones on the end, okay, this guy is down. This guy here, bring him down, scale him down. No, that's the wrong scale. This scale. And then we go here, here. This one, we're going to scale him up. And then this one, move him over a little. And we're going to move these a little bit, splay them out a little bit. This one here. And we go move this one ahead, back a little bit. And this one, we're going to scale him way up, like this one. All right. And now we're getting to our, we're going to have our silhouette here. Okay, so we've got our trees here. Now our second row, okay, this is good. They all look different now. And now we go back here. grab some more trees. We need another row of them. They're going to be shorter in the back, okay? They're not going to stick up as much. All right, we got to pick the bark. I'm just not going to use the same trees. And see if I can, if I have enough RAM to do all the trees. I'm going to have to kick out the Genesis 9 figure. Probably should do that anytime now, here soon. Okay, so we're going to bring this down about halfway and then change the rotation variation. The branch triplet will throw that up a little bit, and random seed, build tree. Okay, we're going to boot the Genesis 9 figure out as soon as this is done. And see, I don't have to cut these trees out in Photoshop. I can just render them and have a silhouette if I need them. See, so this is what's really, really nice about this. Okay, this is tree number 8. We're going to move this over here. We don't have to rotate them. Okay, but I do have to resize them. This guy is going to be like down here, scale. Okay, to kind of give depth. All right. And then we go here again. This guy again. I don't know if this is going to let me do this. This is a lot of trees with probably about 2 million pine needles or spruce needles, I guess. And then this, bring this down again. Some of these, we can just do a few less. Rotation variation, let's droop these a little more. And a random seed. Okay. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so this one goes over here when it's done, like that, and back here. Okay, over a little more. And then we're going to scale this one down. Okay, save this. And undo that. Now we're going to do this. We just got 4 more. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 more. Which I don't know if we're going to be able to hold these and render this at the same time, especially with an HDRI or something in here. And then this, bring the density down, and we rotate the variation, and we change the seed. We'll make these kind of droop up a little. All right, that's good. Build the tree. All is well, Matt. How are you? Welcome, welcome, friend. Very nice to have you here again. Very nice. I am doing good. I'm doing good. So, yeah, I've started a new hobby. It's photography. And thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I've started a new hobby. It is photography. I mean, I've always been kind of involved with photography, but not like I am now. in one night, I learned my camera inside and out, like my Sony camera. I learned like every feature. I cannot believe I did that so quickly. So we're going to scale this down. Bring that in like that. Yeah. And that's tied in with the Daz store as well. Okay. So I'm going to be doing, that's something tied in with some products, a product line from me that I needed to learn how to use my camera to do it. So that is a new product thing. So yes, yes, yes. So here we go. Now I have 1, 2, 3 trees left. Can we do this? Now these trees, I think I want them larger. So that's that one. We're going to scale this one up a little bit more. And this one on the end. And maybe this one. Okay, this one, scale this up. Okay, so we kind of have a little curvature here. Save. Now, see, I don't know how this is going to look when it might not even, it might look like crap. When it can, you know, it's possible to look that way, to just look terrible. So, but we'll see. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm doing, but now let's see. We go here. We grab another one of these. We grab the foliage, type. Then we go here. We bring this down. Density is going to be way, way, way down because this is going to be a scraggly one in behind here. And then we're going to bring the branch rotation variation and just give it a whole different seed. And we'll droop this one a little bit like that. Droopy, droopy. And that's going to go back here. See what we got here. Now, that is selected. We're going to bring it over here. I don't know why that one looks so bushy. It's not supposed to be. It was supposed to be with fewer branches. A little skinny tree. Okay, we're going to still scale this down a little. All right, save that. And I think we got 2 more left. If we can fit them in. I think I've got to go to here to edit. We go to edit, preferences, interface, is it? Here, we're going to go and switch this. Scene, no, what is it? Interface. Performance, okay, we're going to go here to performance and bring this like that. Texture resources, accept. And so that might compress these a little bit more. Now we go to unselect this. It really does. It's really the go-to for pine. If you need like different ones, and that's the whole thing, is it really does a good job at giving you a variation on a very good tree. And that is what I like about it. It is good. Now we're going to do this branch variation rotation. We'll go like that. We'll bring it like this. And random seed again. And here we go. Now we have one more tree after this. Then I want to look from the top down and make sure these back trees, I think it doesn't really matter how really far they are, but I don't want to make sure they're not like really far back. Okay, this one goes as soon as that is done. Processing branchlet buds. Okay. Okay, and we push this back. Like about here. Over this way. And then we scale it down. All right. And then we have one more. Can we do it? Then we got to find some ground with grass and stuff. All right. Can we fit this all in here? Unselect that. And we got one more tree. One more tree. Select branch, bark, and select our foliage. Then we bring this down like this. Do the branchlet rotation so we don't have the same tree. A little bit of droop here. And just pick a different seed. I think there's, how many seeds are there? 1,000. 1,000 different varieties for a tree shape. Just to kind of throw everything completely into a random number generator, to be precise. Okay, this is our last tree. This goes here. All right. And we push this back. We're going to keep him kind of tall, but not as tall as the other ones. Not as short. Okay, bring him down. Y scale. All right. Here is where the fun part. We save this. It looks like it's going to render at least like this. Now here's where we can do some kind of fun stuff like exposure. Okay, that's makes them all white. But if we go the other direction, here is where we get our silhouette. Isn't that cool? Now let's go here. Okay, we can just go back here to this for now. But you can see the possibilities of that with a beautiful sunset behind all of this. Okay. So we go back here, and now we're looking for ground. And I already had it on the other computer. Let's see if I can find the same ground. All right, it was about 4 or 5 in here. Where are you? Here is one. Okay, those are mats. This is the ground. There's no grass on those. Oh, that one's got grass. That's a mat. Okay. These have grass. Okay. Let's try it. Oops, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Back here. All right, we're going to go and inject this in. Yeah, I might have to resize these. Are those the ones I used? Let's see. I don't see any grass on these. No, I don't. Okay, we need a camera. Create a new camera. Copy this perspective. Okay, now we can zoom in on this grass and see what the heck it looks like. No, on the mason jar ground. If there's no grass, this isn't the one I used. There is no grass, so this is not the one I used here. So we keep going till we find it. This is it, I think. All right, let's try this. No, see, I don't see any grass on that either. And that is not what we used either. Ground patch. I don't see any grass on that. It's hard to tell on that one. Okay. Well, look at these silhouette trees. They're not fir, but This is it. That is my ground right there. Okay, these are small. That one I like. Okay, so we go here. This is the ground we need. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got to go to the ground. And we're going to put all these trees into a group so we can condense them. Select that. We're going to call this trees group. All right, that makes that a little bit easier. Then I can move the whole bunch. And all right, so we're going to go out of this mode here. Okay, and we're going to move this over here to these trees first. All right, edit, duplicate, edit, 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 duplicate. Now we have to rotate them all in different orders. Oops, not that way. This way. And then this one a little bit this way. This one a little bit this way. This one goes like that. And then this one goes like this. Nope, not like that. Like this. All right, so now back to our camera view. Save this. Now we're going to put all these grounds in their own folder as well. I'm going to call this a group, ground group. Well, how about if you let me give you the whole name, ground group. There we go. So they are now in their own little happy home. Okay, so now this is how this is going to look. Now it could go like this, or it could go in the middle of the, I think it's going to go in the middle of the horizon like this. Okay? And then this right here is going to be kind of go into black. Or maybe I'll have to put some grass or something in front. I don't think so. I think I can just make this go into black. Because what we just want is the grass along the, if this is going to be a silhouette. All right, so we are ready to render. Okay, this is ready. So we're going to save this. And then I'm going to try a couple of things. We're going to render with the color, one with color. Okay. And then we will render one as black and white, as grayscale or whatever you want to call it. So we'll go first to our render settings. We're going to do it in 4K. And we're going to make sure our progressive, maximum samples, maximum time, and render quality off. So it will just keep rendering and rendering and rendering until I think it's done. So that's it. Now save it again and render it like that. We're going to get a 4K image of it in color. So what time is it? 2:44. I have to go and check while this is rendering here. I'll show it a little bit more of a render here so you can kind of see what it looks like. I have to go check the mail. I will be right back. Right back. Put on my shoes. I don't think it's here yet, but if it is, I don't want it sitting out there. Not here yet. Okay. Now, put this on. Not here yet. And, okay, this. I gotta wire myself back up again. All right, this is rendered enough. We're up to 2,000 iterations on a 4090 at 4K. Just make sure, because this has got to be sharp. And look at how awesome this is. This is like a dream. Whoever thought this up in Daz, it's like, let's make it so when it renders, it's a transparency in behind the trees. So you can put any background there. So this is something else. Really, it really is. So, okay. So we're at 2,790, almost 3,000. Let me just double check and make sure. See, this looks really sharp. You really can't get any sharper than this. So this is amazing. So we're going to cancel this. That's what these checker marks, these checkerboard. It means that if you save it as a PNG, and this is going to be tree line, okay, this is going to be spruce. Line color. Tree line color, save. Okay, and then we're going to do this little fun thing here with environment options, with tone mapper. If this doesn't crash on me. Can we get to tone mapper? Yeah. Now, tone mapper, parameters. The exposure level, we bring this up like that. Tone mapper. Why aren't you switching? Oh, because we are not in Iray. There it is. Now, does it matter how far I bring this exposure up? I don't know. Let's bring it just to 10 and see what happens. Okay, let's go to 500. Let's just kind of do it without really blowing it out here. Okay, so now we do a render. And we'll see we have our lovely transparency, and look at this detail here now. See? This is what we're looking for. All right. And we're at 692 iterations. This is rendering pretty fast. I was wondering if this was even going to allow me to put, how many trees is it? I don't know. 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, it's jerky when I'm trying to pull this over here. I can't count them with it jerking like that. Try to do it more smoothly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. 13 then, I guess. Be 6, 7, 8, and 5. Is it 6? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10, 11. Be 7. Okay, this is too jerky here. Three, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 7. So there's 8 and 7. Okay, 7 in the back and 8 in the front. 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh, this jumpy thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, there's 7 in the back and 8 in the front. Okay. So we're at 2,500 on this as well. And this looks as sharp as it could possibly really be. So, yeah, so when people say, well, where did you get those trees for that promo render? And it's like, well, look at this, watch this video. So, because, you know, it's like you want to go and say, all right, well, maybe I can find one on, you know, Google search, just a little tree line. I just need a tree line. So, but the thing is then you find the silhouette trees, but then you have to cut them out. And you end up thinking, oh, well, you know, I'll just cut all of these little teeny branches out in Photoshop. And yeah, it would take about a year. So, and then there's the grass. So, yeah, this is the way to do it. It really is. So this is trees in Daz Studio. I think I could pretty much end this video here and you guys would get a really good good lesson out of this. So it's just how to make a silhouette. okay, in Daz, and how to make and how to use this background, this transparency background. If you don't put anything there, if you just leave it blank, it's going to render transparent. And when you save it as a PNG, that carries that transparency. So anything you load that PNG into that understands transparency is going to just load in the trees. And it's going to leave the background for whatever you want to put in behind there. And that is pretty amazing. So when you figure that we live in a world with HDRIs, okay, so you could put this in front of any HDRI and have all of that detail. So you can do this with a lot of things. You can do this with anything that has a lot of detail in it. So you could do it with sunflowers. You could do it with a lot of different kinds of plants that have a lot of detail. So, yep. This is a nice little piece of ground, by the way, too. And, you know, and it makes you think, like, why not make your own ground? All we'd have to do is take and make a plane, okay? And take a plane and then use mesh grabber. You take a plane that's, you know, the right width and size that you need, then use mesh grabber to kind of pull it up and deform it a little bit. Then use ultra scatter to scatter some grass on it and scatter some rocks on it, and then put a few big rocks on it, and you have your own grass, and you can save it. And then anytime you need like a piece of ground and grass, and then you could use your favorite grass and your favorite rocks and your favorite things that are really nice that in your mind. And but this like is really kind of perfect, and I don't see anything that screams and says, oh, it's a repeating, you know, round disc. You know, it just doesn't look, that looks very forest like. So yeah, it does. So this is done. We're at 5,000 iterations. We're going to cancel this. Yes. Now this is the spruce tree line. We'll go B and W. And we want this to be PNG. Save it on the desktop. And let's just do some kind of experimenting with it, because what I need to do with this, I can't really, because it's a promo for a program, and so really all I can, but I can load in some HDRIs and kind of play around with it a little bit before we go, just to kind of see the effect that we can get with something really cool and all. Just to show you how to kind of apply it. And so I think a big, bright kind of orangey sunset behind it would be cool. I was thinking yesterday about how to organize these. HDRIs, and say that some of them are like forest and some are open field, and just kind of drag them into different, I could leave them all like in this one big folder where everything's in there, but then just like some of these where it's just sun in the sky kind of things, and they could be curated down so I don't have to go through 162 pages each time to say I'm looking, because I knew what I was looking for, just kind of like a sun and that's it kind of thing. A sun in the sky sort of nothing. Now, the issue we have here is these trees. If I can't leave the exposure off, okay? Or else if I leave the exposure on, then it will expose the HDRI and there won't be any color in the sky, okay? So how do we get around that, okay? I'm going to show you, all right? That's why you watch my channel. We're going to go new, all right? It's because I show you kind of cool things. And, you know, and it's like, I don't really have to think that much because these things I've done many, many, many times before. But the thing is that I look and say, well, you know, that's kind of a complicated process, but it's not really for me because I've done it like many times before. And so, and if you watch like through all of my videos, you'll see me do this process in a few of my quite a few of them actually, my other videos. So what we need is a plane, all right? So we're going to put that PNG file on a plane, okay? So we go to plane and we're going to go size. Let's go 4 meters. And we're going to go divisions. Let's go 20. And now what we're going to do is take, and we're stay in our, we're going to go to our front mode. And then we're going to move this up by X 90. Okay, Z. Rotate it by X 90. That's Z. That's not what we want. X 90. Okay, and then we're going to move it ahead a little bit like that. And like this. Come on. And then we're going to go like this. X scale. Okay, then we're going to go to our surfaces. And how do we do this? Now I've forgotten. No, go to base color, browse to my desktop. And this is this right here. Okay, and I think we might have it upside down or something. All right, oh no, it's upside right. Okay, but now we have to go and put this here on cutout. Okay, cutout opacity. Put the same one. And then we have to emission color. Do we need that? Okay, cancel. Texture shaded. Okay, what did I do wrong? Cutout opacity. Base color. And let's do, let's put this emission on. And luminance. What have I done wrong? All right, let's try this in Iray and see what happens. It's been a while. Okay, what's wrong, Daz? Luminance. Okay, I don't think we need these here. None here. We just need this on cutout. opacity. Oh, I saw something very tiny there for a moment. A little blinking dot. This should just do it. Emission color will go back to black for now. Oh, okay. Maybe. No, this is an Iray color. All right, let's try a render, a quick render, and see what it looks like. Nothing. Cancel the render. What am I doing wrong, people? I need your help. I kind of figured this was going to happen. It's like, oh, I know how. This is why you have me here. And then it doesn't work. There's some kind of little color thing there. Okay. This should show, just like should be done. Okay, let's try it on our translucency color. Oh, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. This has to be inverted. This image has to be inverted in Photoshop. And I don't know if I have Photoshop. Photoshop. Okay. Oh. All right. What I'm going to do, see the trees have to be white in order to get cut out, because Daz can't just read a PNG. Okay, it just doesn't know how to do that, which is kind of too bad. So, all right, so we're going to take this, copy this, and put this into my shared folder here, V. All right, and I'm going to go to my other computer. All right. And here we are. Now we go here to the shared folder. Shared folder. Desktop. Shared folder. Let's see. We are looking for shared. Okay, this one. Okay, shared folder. Tree line. Copy. Okay, open with Adobe Photoshop. Okay, now the first thing we have to do is invert it. Or something like that. Okay, we have to first make sure it's in black and white. Okay, that's number one. And then the second thing we have to do is go to this curves. Okay, we have to invert it. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, not really. We have to go here to curves. Make sure it's really, really, really white. Okay, let's try that. Okay, File, Save As, Save a Copy, save it as a PNG in the shared folder, but we'll go inverted PNG. Okay, now we go back to the other computer. Oh, it's been a while, it's been a while, it's been a while. Okay, so now we go back to here. And now we have to go to our cutout. Browse. Black and white. Okay, desktop. Desktop. And one of these shared folders. Spruce tree black and white copy inverted. And now we cut out. And it didn't work. Okay, we might have to remove this from transparency. None. And this glossy color, let's bring that back up. And okay, we have that there. What did I do wrong? Cutout opacity. See, why isn't this even showing at all? This image is just not showing at all. Maybe. Back. Top. Okay, front. Okay, oh, all right, let's see what our environment options say. Maybe we've got something, dome and scene, infinity, draw dome. Okay, is off. Plane. Okay, we might need to put an Uber base on this. I don't know, it might just be the wrong kind of Uber base. So we go to shaders, Uber, do I have an Uber reset? Okay, reset surface, let's try this one. Inject, plane, oh, okay, surfaces. Okay, we'll try this, okay, we're gonna inject this onto this surface. White. Okay, I'm going to delete the plane. I'm going to put another one in. Okay. I'm going to take the plane. We're going to add this base color. Black and white PNG. Okay, there's something there on this. we're gonna, it might be there, but I think I see it right there. It's just in the wrong place. Okay, so we go horizontal tiles, we go 0.2, 0.1. It can't be that small. That's the sun hitting it. Yeah, I think that is our image. Okay, and that, if we put that on the, okay, so why, okay. It's been so long that since I've done these things, I've been just so busy doing other things, okay, that this image isn't scaling. Horizontal tiles, files 500 would make it very tiny. Okay, this is extremely strange now. Does anybody, you guys are all just as stumped as I am. What's going on here? Translucency, glossy layered weight. Let's turn this off. Okay, glossy color. Let's set these things back to none. Okay. Browse. Oh, this is the top. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, all right. And the floor is on, so if we go here to environment options, parameters, we want the dome off, dome and scene, ground off. This is really puzzling me because when I see that all bunched in, oh, this is our, it's showing the reflection of the HDRI in this. So it might be like a sheen kind of layer on this that's blocking the color. It could be the glossy color. Put it about in the middle. See, that reflection is gone. That's just probably the sun in the sky. All right. Cutout opacity. Browse. Oh, okay. Inverted. And this one is that. See, this is where they're just supposed to show up. Okay, All right, I think I know what I'm doing now. I think I did it wrong, Photoshop wrong. Because this white is just taking the trees and okay, so what's happening is when you have this here with this, because it doesn't have transparencies, it's turning that clear part black. Okay, so that's the black trees are blending in with the clear part. Okay, because Daz doesn't understand. It looks at it, it can see it like it's a transparency, but I don't believe it shows that as a transparency. For some reason, you'd think it would show it as gray, but it's not even doing that. So it's looking at that transparency as if it's black. And so this, I believe I have my colors. No, okay, the sky actually has to be black. The sky, okay. The sky has to be, all right, let's see. With the transparency to create let's ask Victoria, see how well Victoria answers this. We'll go here to help. What is this? Is she in here? Where is she? I don't know if we have Victoria here or if she's only in Daz 6. Okay, where AI chat. There it is. Okay. To create one image, to create a transparency on a plane. One image is a PNG with a silhouette of trees. Do I load with a silhouette of black trees? And the sky is transparent. All right. To create a transparency on a plane, one image is a PNG with a silhouette of black trees and the sky is transparent. But Daz cannot read transparent. Cannot read transparent PNGs. Period. So I need to put another image in image. It's been like over a year since I've done this. Another image in Cutout. Would the trees cut out opacity? Would the cutout Okay, I'm thinking that it's not working because because I need it white actually in the background. All right, so would the cutout need the trees white or the sky white? Let's try this. Make the trees white and the sky black. Okay, isn't that what I have? Oh, no, and the sky black. I have the sky clear. That's what I've done wrong here. There's nothing to cut out. Okay. See, if you look at my transparency here. Oh, this cut out? Okay, let's go back to the other computer. Let's try again. The tree's white and the sky black. All right, so what we need is a layer under here. So we add a layer, a new layer. Okay, we put this layer on the bottom. Then we take this, we take our little paintbrush, where's the paint can? Okay, we'll just use the brush tool. We have to alternate, make that big like this, and make it hard. And okay, that should paint the Z. Why is it painting it white? Z. Okay, I don't see it. Okay. Layer. Everything isn't working, just the opposite today of what I need. All right, these are both black. All the curves and effects layers. Oh, that is probably it. They probably are. Let's just delete them and see what happens. It could be changing all of this. All right, that we got black back there. Okay. So, all right. Oh, so see, this is the problem, is that I rendered this on black. Okay, I rendered it transparent, thinking, okay, see how perfect this is? But that's not how Daz understands it. Now, if I was going to use this in any other program, it would be a PNG and it would work fine. You are very right, Val. You are very right about this. So what we need to do, because I had the trees black, okay, so, oh, okay, I know what we do. Now that we have this, we can change this and make it white, like that, okay? Something's starting to work now. All right, we make this white, then we invert it. Photoshop can't make a clipping effect only on the layer with the tree. Okay, so watch, what we're going to do now is we're going to invert this, okay, so that the trees are white and the background is black. Okay, adjustments, invert. So first thing we have to do is get our black to be pure black and our white to be pure white. Okay, this is a cutout layer. So that I don't see any kind of histogram. Okay, all right. What I'm doing is taking that curve out on that. We got to take it out on this. Okay, the curve. There we go. We have a histogram now. So we just bring this over like this. Bring that over like this so that it's pure white and pure black. All right, then what we do is we go here and invert our colors. There. That's what we needed. Now we take this in File, save a copy. Save this in our shared folder. Okay, black and white. Okay, okay, inverted, no transparency. All right, inverted, no transparency. Okay, save. Now I might have to bring the black and white one in and make the sky white because it may not work, but let's see. Now we can go back over to the other computer and load this into our cutout and it should work. I hope. All right, so we go, here's our cutout opacity, browse. All right, here we got no transparency. What do we got? Show me what it looks like. Okay, this didn't work. Front. Okay, what I need to do is go back to our, open up the other Daz Studio. Okay, we'll save this. Okay, I don't need to save this. Okay, well, I'm going to close it. We're just going to open. Okay, I'm going to close this. New. All right, open this up again. I could have just gone new, but then it would have kept the render settings and all that stuff. So I have to render this with a white background. Okay. All right. File, open recent. No. Just the exact thing that I thought, I've got this done here. I've got a transparency. I've already got it here. But Daz doesn't work with transparency. It would be so easy. There's a reason why. I don't know it. I don't know why, but it does. There's a reason why Daz doesn't just accept PNGs and that's it. It's probably because it needs layers, and those layers give it all of its functionality, like where you can make it emissive and have it transparent, and those kinds of things. So here is our thing. So what we need to do is go to our environment here and put a backdrop, a white backdrop, okay? And then I'm going to leave this like that. Okay, I'm just going to leave it now because it will cut it right out. And if I move if I move anything, then it's going to be misaligned. All right, so now we go back here to our tone mapper options. Come on, parameters, exposure value. Okay. That's about as far as I think I need to go with exposure, maybe a little more. All right, file. All right, now we have to render this. Look at that. This is like a white screen, you know, like you use a green screen, but instead you use white. It's the same kind of idea. All right, where are we at? We're at 800. Okay, we're at 900. We almost got, we have to get to 2,000. So we're 918. Now we're 1,013. 1,116. 1,232. It's probably enough, but I don't want it to be kind of fuzzy. I want it to be sharp. Ah, very good, Matt. Thank you for the sleuth work. You are awesome. Yes, Daz cannot handle a transparency in a file, in a PNG. It just doesn't know. You know, and I thought, oh, it doesn't matter because I'm just going to cut that part out. You see, that's why. And no, it has to be white. So, so we've got our images that we need now. Okay, we're up to 2,000. Okay, we can cancel this. I think this is enough for this. So we're going to save this as black. Okay, spruce, tree, line, and white. No. Black and white. Trees black. No transparency. TRANS. Okay, black and white. Spruce tree black. Line black and white. Trees black. No transparency. Trees black. Sky white. No transparency. We'll try that. Now we have to go and we'll file new scene, new. Okay. See, this right here, this process right here, you could make an entire line of Daz products with transparencies. They are so awesome. And you can just pretty much, you know, tattoos, things like that. This is how this is all done. Magic effects, a lot like magic symbols and effects and stuff are all done with transparencies. It's kind of an easy, low-hanging fruit for selling stuff because people love buying transparencies. At least I know I've bought a million of them, okay? I love transparencies. So, and this is how it's done, okay? And it's just basically you have to invert, you have to turn your image into black and white. Your render has to be turned into black and white, and then and so all the colors and everything have to, and what you do is some of the colors, like when you convert it to black and white, some of them will be gray and some of them, and then the white part's the part you want gone, all right? But some of them will be gray. Well, they can't be gray. You have to turn them, and I'm kind of not doing that right now. And if we have problems, I'll have to go in and fix them because that's what the curves are for. It's why you narrow it in so that the white is really white and the black is, everything is black that you want. So you have this black and white, no gray in between. And that's what you have to do. And then it will cut that part out. So, and that's for the transparency, but we're actually doing something really weird. We're using a black and white. This is what confused me, is because usually I use a color like thing and I want the background, I'll make the background a color like white or black, and I want that cut out. And that's, but this time we're working with black and white, and that's just kind of threw my brain for a whole loop here. So, okay, so we got our plane. Now we're going to go rotate X 90. Okay, let's now insert on our plane, if I can remember where the heck I saved that. On the desktop, I think. Okay, so plane surfaces, shader. Okay, editor, plane. Okay, base, browse. Okay, desktop. This is the desktop. This is where we want our black and white is actually what our color would be, okay? With like a white background or black background, whichever. I think, and I've kind of like forgot that too. So all that matters is the cutout, that the part you want preserved is black in the cutout, and the part you want cut out is white. Okay, desktop, white trees, that's it. So there's our image now. And we got something actually showing on the plane, okay? But now we have to load the right cutout image. Okay, browse, and that is in my shared folder. And that is no transparency. And there we go, cutout opacity. This kind of looks terrible. So I've forgotten what I have to do to fix that, because we got a white shadow. Oh, I think what it is like I said, that there can't be any gray. Okay, it has to be black and white. So let's see though. We'll go to backdrop. Let's bring in okay, so it's kind of working. Now our plane is all squished together. So what we want to do is take our go X, stretch this. We want to go X scale. All right. And then let's just try putting now, okay, we don't need a backdrop. We're going to go none. Let's find ourselves in HDRI and see if we can get something to, to see what I've done is I've not the outer edge of the, see, this works actually very perfectly when you do it right. But what I've done is, so it's the, all right, so if I go back here, back to Photoshop, and see, you have to have all of those stacked up things here. Okay, now we go back to, where is it? We select here, okay, let's get out of here. Go back to our scene, which, okay, window, navigator, properties, okay, it's not that, layers down here. Okay, so what I've done here, okay, is first thing I didn't do was I have to flatten this. Let's get all of this out. Okay, let's flatten this image. Layer, flatten image. Okay, so it's one image, okay? Then what we do is, the first thing you do is convert it to black and white. So, and I think I just did that. Okay, all right, black and white. And then that's one. Then you go to curves. All right, and you have to take the white. See how I'm making the whites white and the blacks black. See how that just made the black 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 black. And this makes the white 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 white. So they are a complete dichotomy. And see, this would make them gray, you see? But if you see this, and see, when you bring that in, it takes all of it and makes it black. This is just a very weird image because it doesn't have any color or anything. It's just, it's already black and white, and it's, so that's what's throwing me off also. Okay. Let's try this, like one with the extreme, like kind of like in like this. And we'll go and save this file, save as. It doesn't matter. Okay, we're going to just call this image 1. Okay, image tight. We're going to call that tight. Okay, in the shared folder. And then we'll save one here, image loose. Okay, make sure that's down at the bottom. File, save as, save a copy. So you can't have color in it. That's why you have to change it from black to black and white. So it's black and white. It's grayscale. It's the whole grayscale. And then you take and you change these curves. So image loose, L-O-O, image loose. All right. Now we go back to the other computer. We load this into our cutout. One of these days, if you really kind of, okay, let's see. One of these days, if you really kind of like this, this would be one of the things that should really stick with you, because this is an amazing, making your own transparencies is really something else. And all you have to do is take some kind of design and put it on white, and then you can cut it out. So now let's go here to our scene. Okay, our plane is selected. Surfaces, we go down here. We have the image tight, and we have the, okay, so cut out, all right. browse, image tight. So the tight one, let's try that first. There we go. Look at that now. See? There's not a single drop. The thing is, it's a little bit too much. Let's try the image loose. See, that worked too. Now, what I'm not seeing is the cutout, okay? I'm not seeing that. It's supposed to be transparent. So I've done something wrong. All right. See, the black is supposed to let the black through. Okay, our environment has none. So this is supposed to be transparent now. These parts are supposed to be gone. Emission, we go back to black. And this is correct. This image right here, the black is what we want. Okay, the white is supposed to go. All right, maybe, okay, maybe I've got this wrong. Okay, I do. The white is what shows through, okay, and the black, so we have to invert we didn't invert it. Okay, it has to be, okay, let's try this again. Okay, the white is what shows through, okay, and let me see. So let's try this again here. Let's go back to our layers and invert this. Just go to adjustments and invert. Okay, see if this works. Now, I don't know. Okay, so inverted, we'll call this inverted adjustments. Okay, curves, inverted loose, we'll say it in, save a copy, inverted loose. Loose. In shared folder. Okay, and inverted tight. Save a copy. Okay. Now we go back to the other computer. All right, we got it. We got it. We got it going on. All right, we load this. Browse, inverted tight. Let's do the tight one first. There we go. There's one. Inverted tight. Browse. That looks terrible. Let's do the inverted loose. They still look both look terrible, but it cut out. All right, so let's put an HDRI in here. Let's see if we can tighten this up into our scene here. Let's see what the HDRI does to this. I'm very disappointed in you. All right, here we go. Now that's cutting that tree off. Let's see. Now we go with our plane parameters, X scale. Let's move this over a little bit like that. X scale. All right. Oh, you know, the edges, they may be transparent actually. So it looks like they're white, but they could be, that's the gray coming through. I think they're actually transparent. And when we put something in here that actually has something, gray is the weirdest color in Daz Studio, okay? Because gray, like if you put a VDB and load it into Daz with that default gray, the VDB disappears completely. And it's like you say, what's wrong with my VDB? Well, you can't see a gray VDB in a gray world. It just disappears 100%. It just, you see it there for a moment and then it just, boom, it disappears. So yeah, there's some really weird gray stuff. So since it's been a while since I've been doing these videos. I have learned a ton of stuff. You would not believe the stuff I've learned. That why is my VDB gray took me like 2 hours of troubleshooting, thinking something was wrong with Daz. It's like, no, you just can't see a gray VDB. And it's like, it's all I had to do was put a black backdrop in the world, and boom, there was my VDB. So yeah, it's just you can't see a VDB in a gray world. The day you encounter that bug and you realize, I just saved you 2 hours, okay? So yeah, it's just the weirdest kind of thing imaginable, but that's what it is. You can't see a VDB, it's gray, and even if you give it color, even if you give it emission, it's not going to show up in a gray world. Okay, we're going to try this. This 4K inject. This is the fruit of all of our labor. Okay, we don't need this, but thank you, Victoria. You were a big help. All right, now we're going to try this. And that really didn't work either. So, okay, but I think, no, see, there's a way to do contrasty stuff here. Let's see. But, because this isn't working like I expected it should. Now, let's see, what are we doing with our HDRI now? Let's circle this around a little bit. This isn't at all what I expected it to do. All right, so now we have something in here called this shine, and then we also have a thing called roughness that we can mess with. Okay, so if we take our plane and we get rid of the shine in the surfaces, get rid of the roughness, add some roughness to it, because that could very well be just gloss, glossy color, make it black. And then glossy roughness. And that worked a little bit. And this whole thing about, you notice how the tree just disappears here? Yeah, that's the way lights are. They make things disappear. It's just the way light works. We're working in a physics-based world. And that's the way it works. So environment options, parameters. Let's bring the sun up a little higher. Environment, okay, parameters. The way you bring that up is what? X? Or is it Y? X. All right, well, this isn't what I expected. So let's try tone mapping a little bit. Let's mess with the exposure. A little bit. How about the gamma? There we go. Here we go. Now we got something kind of pretty. Now you can see what this was all for. What this whole thing was for. So we got a render here. This is okay. File, save as, Control S. We're going to call this Spruce tree line. I don't know if that's one word or another, but or two, but file target exists. Would you like to replace it? No, let's do it as a 2. Yeah, I would end up overwriting my actual trees. 1. Okay, here we go. And now we'll look at our render settings as soon as this is done saving. General. And 3840. That's all on. Renders, okay. So we're ready to render this image. Look at what we've got here now. Look at how it cut that out. See? This is really nice. They're little happy trees. Look at this. I don't think this has ever looked so nice. Got a little bit of banding. You can't really help that. You know, I think Daz Studio, I asked Victoria, I said, well, does Daz like introduce banding to HDRIs? And said, no, Daz never introduces banding to HDRIs, but I think it does. I think it does. I don't think Daz has the full bit rate to display an HDRI at 24-bit. Definitely not. So let's ask Victoria while we're waiting for this. Can Daz display a 20? I know it can display a 24-bit HDRI, but what happens is a 24-bit HDRI is too big for Daz, and Daz has a hard limit. If you try to load too big of an HDRI into Daz, it won't render. It just shuts the render off. Does Daz, let's ask if Daz like downsamples 24-bit HDRIs. Yeah, yes, because I've seen HDRIs in other programs, and they were fine, and I exported them out of the programs and brought them into Daz, and there was banding. So loading 70%. Come on, Victoria, we're waiting on you. The whole gang is here. We need your advice. Come back. Come back. She's stuck at 70%. Well, I am like exporting. I'm broadcasting to YouTube in 4K. Okay. And I'm rendering on another version of Daz in 4K. That's, you know, on my streaming computer. I've got my camera going. Hello, camera. And Victoria's at 80% now. She's loading. I'm really glad they put Victoria in Daz. So, yeah, I like that. I like having AI in Daz. I don't have to go outside of Daz to ask questions and get answers. I don't have to troll through. She just looks through the, that's all she does. She just looks through, well, she looks online and probably, and she also, she Googles in the background, and she also troves through the Daz forums, mostly through the Daz forums. She's just, Victoria's just like Chat GPT. She's just one of those chat bots. So she's either Chat GPT or Claude. And I don't think she's Claude. I think she's probably Chat GPT. Okay, does downsample. Does Daz downsample 24-bit Daz Studio? I always put Studio after Daz. Downsample 24-bit HDRIs. I don't think there's a way to actually view them in Daz. She says this in the sense of converting them to a lower dynamic range form. Since Daz Studio 4.7, you can use HDRI images directly as environment maps, and the workflow expects true HDR data like 32-bit EXR or HDR rather than tone-mapped 8-bit images. Also worth noting, Radiance HDR files are stored as 8-bit per component plus a shared 8-bit exponent, which makes them 32 bits per pixel overall. So 24-bit isn't the typical HDR format you'll see in practice. If you're using a pack like IFT Studio HDR Pack 01, the original maps are 32-bit HDR files, which matches the expected HDR format for Iray lighting. I believe, let me check and see if the 4.24 has it. Let's see. As soon as this is done, and we can cancel this now. That is a good question, because I know it's in version 6, but let me check. Okay, we're going to go Spruce Tree. Spruce Tree Black. Black with sun. Okay, we'll call it that. With sun. With sun. I can barely see that. All right, now let's see. Does 4.24 have it? Install. Okay, this would be like AI or something. Animate. Let's see what it's called in Daz 2.4. It's a window up here, probably panes. AI chat. So it's only version 4. And it kind of nags you when you open it up for the first time with the AI in there, and it says, "Hi, I'm here," and you click on this to agree, and then you have to type Rumpelstiltskin really fast, but and then but I'm just kidding, but it but it pops up and it kind of makes you aware. It's like, hello, you're being you're being spied on. No, not really. I'm just kidding. Again, it just pops up and says, I'm here and I can help you, and it is a good help. You could just, like you can see, you could just come in here and it saves you a ton of time, and it can be wrong. Okay? In the words of Richard Hazelton, okay, is that it can be wrong, okay? I would assume, I don't think No, I think you, I don't think it's only for paid accounts. I think, I don't think version 6 is only for paid accounts. I think, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's ask her, okay? Is Daz Studio AI only for paid accounts? Let's see. Daz Studio AI isn't only for paid accounts. It's a free plan, but it's very limited. If you want more options, there's also a paid plan mentioned as $3 for more. Also, Daz AI is separate from Premier membership, so having Premier doesn't automatically include Daz AI access. So, okay, let's see. So Daz, okay, what's she calling it? Daz AI Studio? See, there's Daz AI Studio. It's not just Daz AI. So Daz AI Studio is not rolled out for everyone yet. Let's try that. Because I have like these, I'm using the public build. This is a public build, but I also have the publisher's build. So Daz AI Studio is not rolled out for everyone yet. Let's try that. Daz AI Studio was never rolled out to everyone because it was a beta and it's now discontinued. It's shut down at the end of May, so you won't see it available anymore, including in places like 3D software. So you are going away? Is this, she's probably, see what I told you, she can be wrong. Premiere is, I think, $15 a month. No, Premiere is, you can get Premiere like for like $30 for a year. You just have to wait until it's until Premiere, until it goes on sale on these massive sales, and then you pay for a whole year, and you can get the whole year for like $35. And it gives, and it's like immediately you make your money back from Premiere. So are you going away? Are we talking about the same thing? Oh, the AI Studio. All right, we're talking, I'm, okay, she's talking about the wrong thing. So I am not So I guess they're discontinuing AI Studio. I don't think it wasn't really that good. I am not. That's if you want like figures with like 8 fingers and I'm not talking about AI Studio. I'm about Daz AI Studio. AI Studio. I am talking about you. See how she can now catch up with all that. Gotcha. Thanks for clarifying. If you meant this AI assistance, I'm not tied to a paid here. She did pick it up to a paid Daz account. I'm available as part of the support chat experience, not something you subscribe to separately. Okay. The paid versus free setup you saw applies to Daz AI Studio, the image generator, which has its own free and paid tiers and wasn't included in Premiere. Okay, so no, chatting with me here isn't something gated behind a paid plan. No, I mean, I spend all day talking with AI. So I mean, are you only okay? She's calling herself AI assistant. I mean, is the in third person AI is the AI assistant only in the paid version of Daz Studio, comma, version 6, is it available for version 4.24? I mean, is the AI assistant only in the paid version of Daz Studio version 6? Is it available for version VRSION to 4.24? In the paid version of Daz Studio, okay. Victoria AI Chat Pane is a Daz Studio 6 feature. It is not available in Daz Studio 4.24. Daz Studio 6, it shows up as an in-app pane where you can ask questions and get guidance while you work. And it requires an internet connection. So if you're on 4.24, you won't see the AI assistant inside the app there. Did that answer your question? Yes. Wonderfully. Okay, so yes, comma, wonderfully. Now, is Daz Studio 6 only, does Daz Studio version 6 only come in a paid version? Daz Studio 6 is not paid only. It has a free version, just like Daz Studio 4 did. If you have a premium Premiere subscription, you get access to more features, but you do not need Premiere to use Daz Studio 6. So does the AI version, is the AI version come on, cap locks, available in version 6 non-premium. So is the AI version of AILABLE in version 6 non-premium? See if she understands that. So is the AI version available in version 6 non-premium? Yes, Victoria AI Chat Pane in Daz Studio is available for the non-premium free version too. It's an in-app feature that lets you ask questions and get guidance while you work. And it requires an internet connection. It also does not require or support login initial implement. It does not require or support login in the initial implementation. So it's not tied to a paid plan. Was that helpful? Yes, it was. Thank you. was. Okay, thank you, Smiley. Oh, this one. All right. Yes, it was. Thank you. So that's the lowdown on that. So I'm glad I could help. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, just let me know. I'll be here for you. Okay, I will. I will, for sure. I always do. I make use of these things. I don't like spinning my wheels. Okay, and that was very helpful, what she did with the, all right, so let's see what my render looks like now. All right, so we go to here. Where Copilot, okay, Spruce Tree. It's the one color. Spruce Tree. Okay, this would be desktop. Spruce Tree line with black sky with sun. There it is. Well, that was worth doing. It's not exactly what I was envisioning in my mind, because like these, I was thinking more where these little pieces of grass would kind of actually, like, I don't know, kind of, maybe I didn't need the sun here. I'm not sure. So, but it's not a complete waste. So what it does is it gives me a project where I have these black trees, and I can now slip any HDRI in front of them and kind of play around. You're very welcome, George. You are very welcome, my friend. And so all is well. We are, I guess this is going to do it for me. I have to go check and see if my mail has come in. I'm waiting on a package today. So thank you all for watching, and we can play a little bit of some music as I talk my way out of this. So please like, subscribe, click the bell for notification. I hope I didn't leave anything up in the air, any kind of things. We did get it to work. It's not, I didn't do it perfectly, because all those little gray lines around the edges shouldn't have been there. So it's supposed to cut them out perfectly. So I did something wrong, okay? So, but all is well. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave comments. Good night, Matt. Good night, Angus. We got George here, and anyone else who is here, thank you kindly. Now, there was somebody else here too. Let me get over here and thank everybody that's talked in the chat. I always like to do that. We got Fel Sanchez. Yes, and Matt, and we've got Angus who came in here. Thank you all, people. Thank you kindly. I hope you picked up some tips in this. I hope you learned some stuff. I will see you again in the next EZ3DTV tutorial. Now, we do have, like I said, leave comments. If you try doing this and you've come up with some good results, you come up and all, let me know in the comments. Say, I've been making transparencies, okay, now. So let me know how that works. You got Photoshop there. You remember, you have to take your image and invert it. So the white part is what shows through, okay? So the part that you want invisible is going to be black, okay? And the white part is where the color of your transparency, so the actual subject of your transparency. So that I finally worked once we got it right, and it just doesn't work with transparent PNGs. And Matt nailed that one very well. So thank you very much. Come back next time, and I'll be back again soon. I have a ton of stuff coming up, okay? I have a program already waiting for Daz to release. Okay, it's a new one. It's not WallWizard. It's a new one that's coming up, and you guys are going to be shocked. This one really kind of ripped my brains out making this. Okay, because I really put. Thank you, Angus. Thank you, and good night to you, my friend. Yeah, this one took a lot of work, a lot of very deep research. And I really can't talk about it too much, but it's coming out soon. I'm hoping Daz, testing my programs can't be very much fun because they're very complicated. And it's just like somebody it's like if somebody comes out with a new product and it's like hair or coat, well, you put it on a figure and say, well, that worked okay, and they release it in the store. But with my programs, they open them up and it's like, what the heck? And they say, well, let me get the manual. And they read the manual. It's like 100 pages, So oh yeah, it's not easy getting my stuff out into the market. I mean, it's not terrible, okay, but it's just that it's not easy for them to test it, okay, because it's very complicated program stuff. So even if you're just an operator, it's still something. It's a learning curve, and they have to learn it before they can, put it out and sell it to everybody. At least they try to, So, all right, that's it for me. Thank you very much. You take care. I will see you again soon.